Doctors here are treating that cop and the woman he was in the middle of interviewing for non-life-threatening injuries. We do believe that some police officers remain here at the hospital on standby for an update and for support. Cleanup here is expected to take 10 days. That's because giant piles of trees like this that stretch above my head are across the village. Video shows him dragging the commander towards a stairwell where seconds later Paul Bauer was dead. Kind of holding on for dear life. I'm afraid this crowd's going to move forward a bit. They stampeded in here. Passengers tell us they were all taken off the bus with their hands in the air and put in handcuffs. Remember these, the thin plastic bags that disappeared from Chicago streets last year. I'm actually glued to my phone, glued to social media because information is very preliminary. Social media shows that this bowling alley is often the site for youth leagues, fundraisers. I just checked Chicago's 311 website. It shows 25 reports of potholes submitted to the city just since midnight. Doesn't look like it's just going to be a problem for drivers. Check out how deep this water goes. Again, it is slowly freezing, but I mean, that's a couple inches deep. A lot of the runners are picking up their bibs. I want to show off mine. It is my first Chicago Marathon. Prosecutors told the judge they plan to argue for life in prison. Leggetti said nothing in court. He just stared straight ahead. Rob and Erica.
Okay, Lauren, thank you. Tonight, that Uber driver is out of the hospital and showing only us the damage. CBS 2's Lauren Victory has her frightening story.
It was my first brand new car.
Caught in the crossfire. This Uber driver is grateful to be alive, but her livelihood is on the line.
I just wish this stuff would stop in Chicago.
She didn't want to share her name, but this story starts with a much different Windy City headline.
I started the night the Cubs won the World Series. That was the night I started.
Busy night.
Yes, I got broke in real fast.
Ride number 1800 something ended abruptly on Princeton and Cermak Tuesday night.
I was at the stoplight and I turned back, and then when I turned this way, all I seen was the guns pointing at me and fire coming out of them. And I got down as far as I could, but I was hit. It traveled from up down here all the way back here. I'm in so much pain.
The 41-year-old has trouble sitting now.
It came through this armrest right here. Shot there, there.
Police confirm she wasn't the intended target, but an innocent bystander.
Now I'm kind of scared to go out there.
Repairs needed to her mind, body,
There's blood all over here.
and car, something hard to afford with 6 kids and a grandchild.
This was like the best thing that ever happened to me as far as getting a job that I like. I love this job.
Rattled, but returning to rideshare as soon as possible. Lauren Victory, CBS 2 News. Rob, it is truly a sight to see. There are literally thousands of people waiting to enter this church. You can see from Chopper 2, the line stretches down 37th, down low, and down 38th. Members of several area departments are here, like Waukegan and Will County. I also spoke with police officers, wives, and parents. Everyone is devastated by this death, and they are here to pay their respects to those it hurt the most. A single horse followed the mounted police force in a procession filled with symbolism. The missing rider, Commander Paul Bauer. Fellow officers then carefully carried CPD's 18th district leader into our Nativity of the Lord Church.
I want to say thank you to Chicago for supporting us during this difficult time.
The solemn journey from the funeral home to Bauer's wake was watched by hundreds of young children. 3rd through 8th graders from Mark Sheridan Math and Science Academy skipped part of lunch and recess to pay their respects.
I was very proud of how they handled themselves, and they know the importance of life. And this was a tragic event, and sadly, it's probably not the only one we'll have to go through.
Every few feet along the route, blue ribbons of tribute for Commander Bauer.
We even saluted to him.
Neva Shields paused as his casket rolled by on Wallace Street, then got back to work. We already see so many blue ribbons. Why put out even more?
More the merrier. The man is loved. We're showing our support.
Dignitaries are too. Mayor Rahm Emanuel and former police superintendent Gary McCarthy already giving their condolences this afternoon.
The healing process starts today for CPD as well as the family. This is going to be a difficult 2 days, but we can get through it.
This happened in broad daylight 8 days ago, starting with a man incessantly knocking on that front door. She was 8 minutes away when this intruder busted in.
My heart dropped, my body started shaking.
And Bonnie Bridges was watching it live on a home security app.
Trying not to blow red lights, trying to maintain my composure while I'm calling 911.
The Mount Prospect mom's 16-year-old was the only one home, holed up in this bedroom, bracing herself.
He decided to kick the door in that she was hiding behind. She screamed bloody murder at the top of her lungs.
The burglar bolted out the door and down the street.
We have him running northbound. We're trying to talk with other homeowners in the area to see if maybe anyone else has outdoor security cameras.
And those homeowners are worried the criminal will come back.
I freaked out.
Crazy. Police say the crook is likely in his 50s or 60s. He didn't lay a hand on Bridges' daughter, but he did leave an imprint.
She goes, Mom, I think I found my avenue in life. I think, what direction I want to go. She goes, I want to help solve.
Erica, this site off Cumberland Avenue is one of an estimated 900 projects closed down. For some crews, it means an extended July 4th holiday, but we're hearing others actually spent the day scrambling to find a paycheck in other ways. We have also heard it's affecting others who work on the roads, too. Time is money for trucker Albert Grajeda, and you lose some traveling Illinois highways.
Going through construction zones, we have to slow down. There's more congestion.
But his traffic-filled commute is better these past few days because of the holiday and deserted construction sites. Almost complete projects like the I-55 and Lakeshore Drive ramps are abandoned because they're not funded right now. Chopper 2 spotted this ghost town along Cumberland Avenue, and the Jane Byrne interchange sits silent. E.T. Simons in Southern Illinois posted this work suspension notice on Friday. They'll resume when the state budget is passed. Another Facebook user tells us he's shocked this fake photo got such a real reaction, shared more than 23,000 times.
I think that's a terrible thing for the people that have families, and it's just slowing down progress.
Trucker Stephen Biggs agrees his travel will improve, but he and Grajeda know the bigger budget effect is in the long term.
If they don't take care of their projects, then it's going to mean bumpier roads, more damage to our equipment and so forth.
We actually saw hundreds of those Cubs fans out here through the 3 a.m. hour. Some of them even stayed up till dawn to catch a glimpse of the team. Sacrificing sleep, not even a question. Morning at Wrigley like almost never before. Because I was up celebrating all night. More than 39,400 days since Cubs fans could say
World Series champions.
The title, out of reach for so long, is now shining on the marquee, plastered on papers, and back on Chicago turf. If you could say something to any of the players, what would you say?
Just thank you, man. Thank you for the best summer that could possibly have happened, because this was an amazing run.
The flesh and the feat that they completed, overwhelming some Cubbies lovers.
Crying and screaming. I mean, everyone in Chicago is exhausted.
Meaning a good nap is in order. How much sleep do you think you got?
None.
But when fans wake up this time, it won't be a dream.
It's a different world. The only team she's ever seen is a world champion.